Get it, Glenn? Not blue check verified, but blue eyed verified. Hello. Good morning, sir.
I like that. I like that. Thanks, Steph. Good morning.
Good morning. Since we just played that and Travis was asking before the break about the trans issue, you made an interesting point, Travis, that it's only trans women.
Correct.
I mean, that seems discriminatory just on its face. Talk to us about that a bit.
Yeah, well, they'll fix that. They'll amend the law, and they'll include trans boys as well. But I do think there will be an equal protection challenge made against these laws, and a reasonable, rational, uncompromised Supreme Court would probably strike it down. But that's not the Supreme Court we have.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that's always disturbing. I just thought Representative Aguilar made a good point about our small government party. Yeah.
Ask our Republican colleagues how you're going to determine that. How are they going to inspect that? A lot of us up here, all of us up here have kids. A lot of them played sports. What are they comfortable doing? Are Republicans advocating for coaches to inspect young women? Are they comfortable for a referee or an athletic director? That's what this is about.
Yeah. I mean, I have to assume there's some right of privacy, isn't there? I mean, literally, this is they call themselves a small government party that wants to be, and, willy-nilly calls people pedophiles that want to be in your children's pants, literally.
Yeah, I mourn for this generation of kids coming up. But here's the good news. I saw some poll recently that said, if you look at the Gen Z population, the percentage of Gen Zers who say they identify with the Republican Party or they intend to vote Republican, that would be 0. So You know what? That, I think, should give us hope for the future, if not for the present.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we've been waiting all week to get your reaction to the Fox Dominion lawsuit. I know that you said on TV we've only just begun, and I know that was a message to me because I'm a Carpenters fan, and I'm also happy clappy like you. But what is your take? Once again, I'm a typical Libra. I can't decide. Like, one person says one thing, and I'm pissed that they settled, and then speaking of how the law works, they talk about how long it would have taken for them actually to get money. I mean, it's so. What is your general take, and particularly now that you've had a few days to absorb what happened with Dominion?
If I had to bet a buck, which is my betting limit, I'm not a high roller. I think this could mark the beginning of the end of Fox. The reason I say that is it's not just financial, though. Let's talk about the financial piece in a second. Fox's lies, the lies of its anchors, have been exposed. Tucker Carlson says in writing, Sidney Powell is a liar. And then Fox puts those lies on and fools their viewers for money, period. These are important disclosures, revelations for all of us. And I do think they will eventually come home to roost. The money piece is pretty consequential, right? Dominion sues for $1.6 billion. They get about half of that, $750 million in a settlement. One thing I can guarantee you, Steph, is Fox will now settle over and over and over and over again. Yeah. They flinched. They have shown themselves to be afraid of going to trial. So Smartmatic has sued them for 2.7. Yeah. So they'll probably get, 1.3, 1.4 billion. And there are more suits to come. So how many financial hits can Fox take and remain a going concern? I think this could spell the beginning of the end of Fox.
Well, interesting you bring up, because Fox, of course, released a defiant statement about the Smartmatic case. We will be ready to defend this case surrounding extremely newsworthy events when it goes to trial, likely in 2025. As a report prepared by our financial expert shows, Smartmatic's damages claims are implausible, disconnected from reality, and on its face intended to chill First Amendment freedoms. So they're trying this same defense again and also saying, this was newsworthy, these lies, so they're not, so it's okay. Yeah. And that didn't work.
And the judge has rejected that,
right.
And the judge will reject it again. And I love the post-settlement statement they issued, which actually said, this settlement proves that we continue to adhere
yes.
to the highest journalistic standards. I mean, if that's not Orwellian, that's like the government cutting our chocolate rations and issuing a statement saying chocolate rations are up. That's what
yes.
we get from Fox.
Yes. Yes. You also, well, you tweeted, Fox intentionally broadcast election lies. Election lies fueled the deadly January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Ergo, I mean, that's the other thing I wonder is that, yeah, these lies fueled that. And then they could lied about January 6th. And, as I was saying, Tucker 2 nights ago was repeating Russian propaganda that's been debunked already. So the sad part seems like they're going to continue to lie about other stuff. Right. I mean, it doesn't seem like they've changed their business model. I mean, that's the depressing thing is they can stay, $1 billion is the cost of doing business and they can stay in business. And we were saying the other day, I don't know how much their insurance pays. They can take a tax write-off. And in the meantime, they might have run their rivals out of business because I don't know that, Newsmax and OAN can withstand these settlements. So it's depressing that it could end up being a win for Fox, couldn't it?
I don't know about a win, but I do think now we have precedent. I would call it atmospheric precedent, not necessarily legal precedent, but Fox's own lies that they acknowledge have been exposed. So why can't folks who were at the Capitol on January 6th now bring suit against Fox exactly the way they brought suit against Donald Trump for inspiring the attack? And that is a suit that is alive and kicking because judges in D.C. have refused to throw it out. Well, how about they bring a suit against Fox now, given the track record that's been established? So that's why I'm hopeful. I wanted to see the whole trial because I wanted to see it all exposed. But remember, Steph, Smartmatic said you saw part of Fox's lies exposed. You're about to see the rest of Fox's lies exposed. So we're just getting warmed up.
And what about the lawsuits against the individuals that lied? What's going to?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
Look, the Giulianis and the Powells and the Pillow guys and this one and that one. OAN. Yeah, I think all of these suits will go the way of the Fox suit with settlements.
Yeah, I love that the Pillow guy has to pay $5 million. Is it $5 million? He said $5 million if you can prove me wrong. Someone's like, okay.
and that guy was a Trump supporter too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And your pillows are lumpy and uncomfortable.
Yeah, they are. And noisy.
Exactly. That was an interesting tweet. You said, I'd like to see the Dominion lawyer give his opening statement in a recorded video posted online so the American people could see what the evidence against Fox would have been. He probably won't do that, but that would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Why not? We've got to go on the offensive. We got to take both gloves off and get to punching.
Yeah.